He seems to grow weaker as the days go by. I feel he's under constant threat from his sickness.
I know. I've chosen not to punish him. But I had to make a very difficult decision today.
About Japan, Kuo? Is there to be another war? Oh, here.
Japango has added new blood to old. They beheaded the envoys and sent them on a mission of peace.
Peace, Kublai?
Yes, peace. I asked them to surrender peacefully. I behaved with generosity. It should have been an easy conquest.
You are getting old, Kublai, if you speak of easy conquest.
Crossing the sea is the difficulty. After that, it is easy. If
what?
If the gods will help me. You're God too, Chabi. There was a time when your Mongol soul invoked the spirits in the eternal blue sky before you decided to call it superstition.
I was young then, and in love with you like an innocent colt.
Invoke them again for me, Chabi, like you did before. I do not trust the astrologers. The stars of Japango are too far up and away for their weary eyes. Read for me, Chabi, in the pattern of the milk I spill. But what does it show? What does it say?
It says that you will build a big fleet of ships and sail against Japan.
I knew that already. What then? What does this mean?
It means that where there is milk and where there is a cat, the two will have commerce with each other.
But who is the cat?
Whenever men take action, something is spilled. Milk, or blood, or seed. Then from above comes the cat. Who is the cat, you ask? Ask the cat, and it will not tell you, though it surely knows better than anyone. Can you read this riddle, Kublai?
I asked you to help me, Chabi.
It is not wise to seek to know the future. My mother told me that cat is God, or time, or history. You are only the spiller of the milk. Take my advice, Kublai. Leave Japan Quo alone.
I wanted to speak to you myself, Marco. The Khan was well impressed with you. You immediately won his respect and affection. But you have seen for yourself how unpredictable and dangerous his anger can be when aroused.
The great Khan was furious at what happened at the council meeting. He suspects that you influenced Chinkin.
I will be open with you, counting on your discretion, naturally. Pagspa has decided that you are distracting Chinkin from his duties, that you are poisoning him with ideas foreign to the Mongol spirit, ideas as foreign as yourself. I know this is not true. The Khan has suggested that you should leave Kambalik for a while. He would have liked to send you north, where you've made friends already. I persuaded him to entrust you with a more important mission in the south. I'm sure your father agrees. And you have not tried to hide your impatience to travel again. This will satisfy it and give you an opportunity to use at last those talents for observation that the Khan so highly values.
How, my lord?
You'll join a group of my tax collectors and collaborate with them in drawing up a tax census for the newly conquered regions from Hanzhou to Yanzhou.
I have no experience in tax matters. I don't even know those regions.
Your Uncle Mateo will go with you. Be a useful companion and advisor. His mercantile experience will help you to evaluate and to judge. But remember what happened here. Use your natural gifts, but avoid excessive zeal. And be careful. There is news of some unrest in the Yanzhou region.
I know the governor of Yanzhou well. He will assist you if you need it.
Strange though it may seem, inexperience is sometimes a useful ally. It prevents one from digging too deeply and becoming lost among the shadows. When the moment is right, Marco, you will understand these matters better. For now, it is important that two things are clear. First, the Empire's treasury is low and in need of new payments from every source possible. Second, you must avoid giving your trust, even to those who seem to be your friends. Fortunately, I know the head of the tax collectors in the Yanzhou region. He will be glad to advise you. His name is Talib. Trust him.
When do we leave?
At dawn tomorrow. The Khan has been informed of everything and relieves you of a formal audience. He has too much on his mind at this moment.
And I hear Prince Chinkin is again very sick. There was so much hope.
Men may hope. God decides. We can only try to be his good and obedient servants.
I'm grateful to you, Lord Ahmed, and I hope that my son will prove worthy of your trust.
It will be a marvelous experience for us, Marco. The south is rich and full of unexplored trade routes. And I've heard tell, my lord, of certain wise men who live in the hills there. They found a way of turning any metal into gold.
You must promise me that if you learn this secret, I will be the first to know. All our problems would be solved.
In a Chinese drawing, the artist reveals the tiger's beauty, not his ferociousness. For him, a tree is every tree. A flower is every flower. I think only the Chinese fully understand this.
I understand it. Maybe I'm Chinese too. I'm gonna have to miss our lessons for a while. I'm being sent on a journey.
I know. To the south.
I'm supposed to oversee the collection of taxes. Ahmed thinks it's best if I stay away from Kanbalik. At least, for a while.
They want to separate you and me. For Ahmed and for Paxpa, the farther you are from Kanbalik, from my father and myself, the better.
Why?
I told you. He's afraid that your influence added to my mother's will lead the great Khan and myself to choose your religion instead of his.
I wish I understood him better.
It is simple. He's a fanatic. He will not rest until Buddhism is our state religion. To him, that justifies everything. Help me, Marco.
You know, you shouldn't move. Rest is the best medicine for you.
Only a few steps. Over to that tree. The power game is much stronger than we are, Marco. Ahmed sends you to the south, and Paxpa favors his decision. In this, the two rivals are in agreement. To them, you are just a pawn on the chessboard. Who knows which of them will gain most from moving you? But remember, Marco, that the pawn is the last to find out. How I wish I could go with you, my friend.
I'd like that. By the time I come back, you'll be well again.
When the days of a Mongol chief or his sons are joined to an end, he's taken to a tree and stood against it so that his body can be measured. Then the tree is hollowed out. When the chief dies, the trunk will hold his body deep under the earth, and a new tree, young and strong, will be planted on his unmarked grave. My father has decided that I should live in Shangtu. He's certain that country air will help me. He has also chosen a new bride for me. But I think I have already found my tree. Kokachin, my betrothed, the very image of you, of the joy of living. Now I shall have to pretend I'm a man who will soon recover and still believes he can build a future.